Hey guys, it's Danny. Alrighty, today I'm gonna show you how I prepare my orchids for the actual shipping. And I've actually started early because this process really takes longer than I expected. A lot of time actually. So I suggest that if you're ever in this situation and you have a big collection, I suggest that you start preparing them early and you'll see what I mean. Now, our main goal is to make everything very, very light. With any means of transportation and shipping, your total cost will be calculated depending on the weight of your parcel. So it really is in your best interest to make everything as light as possible. So rule number one, if you're shipping a lot of orchids, is to ship them bare rooted. Many times the pot and the medium itself will actually weigh more than your orchid. In some cases, much more. So I've already unpotted my orchids a while back, you can see that, so I'm off the hook in this respect. But if you have your orchids potted, I suggest that you unpot them and ship the pots separately if you want to keep them. Get rid of the old media because you're probably going to change it anyway, and with all the added weight you might end up having to pay more for shipping than what you would pay for brand new media. Now the next thing that I did, and this is just me and my preference, I made divisions. I had quite a few orchids that were kind of bushy, and really I don't need a bush. I would much rather have a small division that will grow in my new environment and in the new pot in a certain way. So that's what I did with many of my orchids that could be divided. I actually divided them. I shared the divisions with my friends and I kept a proper nice division for myself. So again, this will save space and will save the total weight of your parcel. Now sometimes you might have orchids that have very old pseudobulbs, maybe tiny pseudobulbs, maybe ones that are on their way out, as you can see here. I just removed all of those. I kept whatever I felt is necessary for the plant. Whatever was kind of old, this comes right off, I just threw away. Now this is not necessarily super normal, but some orchids will probably have very old pseudobulbs, tiny seedling pseudobulbs. I suggest that you just remove them. It's gonna save space, and whatever little amount you can remove from your orchid, it will actually save space. Now in your collection you might have some orchids that are not necessarily doing all that great. Believe it or not, this is my pink oncidium, which I struggled with for a year and a half to make healthy, and right now it's not doing so well. All the effort that I've put into it just went to waste because I don't need to tell you why. However, you might have some orchids that are not looking the best. They might be very sick, so you need to make a decision. Are you going to take them with you or not? Are you going to repurchase it? Do you really care for that orchid that much to actually add weight to your parcel and space and so on? I actually gave up quite a few orchids that were in a very poor state. I'm not going to give up this guy because I like him. But again, the choice is yours. If you want to give up some orchids that are just doubtful in their recovery, you might want to give them up and try to purchase new ones. Now, all of these stuff I kind of actually did over time, but right now I'm working on cleaning up my orchids. You'll probably have dead roots, dead sheaths, and so on. I suggest that you clean them now, because when the day comes that you actually have to leave and you have to pack everything, you'll most probably need to pack other stuff like toothpaste and I don't know, other stuff. So the last thing on your mind is to actually remove all of the dead roots and everything while you're actually packing. Another good thing is that if you do this now, when you're gonna arrive to your destination, which can be quite a busy time again, you'll just pop them up as soon as possible. You'll not need to do all the cleaning and everything, which believe me, takes a lot of time. You won't have to do it then, so if you have some free time, a few weeks even, before you actually have to leave, do this now. Take advantage of this time because you're gonna have more free time when you're actually gonna arrive there and you need to settle down and so on. And this is pretty much what I'm doing now. I'm trying to clean up my orchids as best as possible so I save time when I actually need to pot them up. I want to get them into pots as soon as possible, and this takes a lot of time. So just to give you an idea, I've already sent something there, and I've sent a total quantity of 54 kilograms, and that costed me 110 euros plus 35 euros for handling at the location. Again, the 35 euros were calculated depending on the weight. Prices might vary a little bit depending on the company. I actually chose the cheapest company, and post office was more expensive than this, and actually courier was a lot more expensive. So cargo by plane was the cheapest version, but as you can see, it still costed me a lot. So when I'm gonna send my orchids, I will send something else together with them that will add weight and so on. So you can see it's not quite the cheapest thing, and I think the best thing to do is to try to cut down on weight as much as possible. Media can actually weigh a lot more than your plastic pot and your orchid together. So if you don't have a lot of orchids, you might get away with the media. However, it depends on the legislation of the country you're moving in and so on, because media, being organic, is not well seen in some countries. It can harbor pests and so on. So the best thing to do is to ship them bare roots so you don't have problems. It's saving you a lot of space and money. Alrighty, so this is the first part. This is what I'm doing now. I will of course make videos when I will pack them, and you're gonna see how I pack them and so on. But the less dead roots you have, the better it will be. The tinier you can make the orchid without actually killing it, again, the better it will be, in my opinion. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope this was useful. I'll come back with different videos and tell you about the process even more. Okay, so if you'd like to see more videos from me and stay up to date with everything, just subscribe to my channel. I post on a daily basis. Also, feel free to leave me comments, suggestions, or questions you might have in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you. If you click on the left side of your screen, you'll be directed to orchidnature.com, where you'll find care sheets, identification sheets, and also you can talk to us in the forum section. And on the right side of your screen, you can click to watch another orchid video. Thank you for joining. I'll see you next time. Bye!